Welcome back to another video. My name is Abby, and today we are talking about 3 ways that your current self-concept is holding you back. Now, if you're new to this channel and you want more videos like this one, all you gotta do is click that subscribe button, hit the bell. It's gonna let you know as soon as I release new videos. And a great way to support this channel, if you like this video, is to literally just click that like button. It really helps to support this channel and really helps to spread this information. So back to the video. 3 ways that your current self-concept is holding you back. What is your self-concept? It's synonymous with your self-image, how you see yourself. Now, in the words of Neville Goddard, this could be an accumulation of assumptions you have about yourself. An assumption, based on his definition, is what you give consent and permission to be true about the world, about what you're capable of, about what you should and shouldn't be allowed to do, about the opportunities that could come into your life that shouldn't come into your life, that sort of thing. So it really sculpts and shapes your experience that you have in this world. An external example, the easiest to comprehend, would be that of a thermostat. So in a home or a business, a thermostat, right? It regulates the air temperature. So it is at a set point. If it goes above that set point, something happens and it comes back down. If it gets lower than that set point, something either turns on or turns off and it comes back. The biggest thing is that this mechanism is making sure that it stays at this set point. Now, why is that important for you? You have an image of yourself right now. Like I mentioned earlier, well, when you start acting outside of that realm, that's when you start getting into things like self-sabotage. Self-sabotage isn't about you not liking yourself and wanting you to prohibit something. It's literally a way of you trying to protect yourself, because outside of that box, at a certain point away from that self-concept, that set point, it's deemed unsafe. Literally, your amygdala is going to turn on and say, whoa, we're acting outside of our boundaries. We shouldn't be here. We shouldn't do this. It's unfamiliar. That means it's unsafe. And this is where you really have to start being aware and pay attention. Just because something is unfamiliar does not mean it's not safe. And you using your discernment in cultivating that inner trust in yourself is what is vital here. An example of this would be that if you're currently making $40,000 and you really want to make $80,000, you really need to make $100,000 to get the experience you want in life. Well, if inside your box, inside your self-image, the concept you have of yourself, if that $100,000 is outside of that, you can't actually access it. So now that you understand what your self-concept is and why it's so important and how it is ruling your life, because you are acting within the boundaries of what is deemed acceptable. So the first way in which your current self-concept is holding you back is that you're not actually able to perceive of opportunities that are beyond that. And what does that mean? That means that if you have a self-concept right now, your RAS, your reticular activating system, is a filtration system. It basically is programmed by you on what is important, what you're going to allow into your senses. We have so much information coming into our eyeballs, coming into our senses to pick up on, but our brain cannot handle it. So we actually will block out, and we'll take a very small percentage of that and we'll actually be able to perceive of it. So if you have the concept that you're only making $40,000, that you're constantly in struggle, that you're not actually valuable enough, you don't have anything to offer, you're not talented enough, and that you will never get those opportunities, you'll literally only look through the lens of that limitation, that lens of lack, that lens of scarcity, that lens of not good enough. So when you look out into the world, you won't be able to hear or see of any opportunity that goes against that self-concept. This is also called confirmation bias. We're going to go and look out into the world so that it will prove we are who we think we are to ourselves. So even though there is a world of opportunity, as endless potential, Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about how the quantum field is endless possibilities, we won't actually be able to see them in our world and take advantage of them because we're blocking them out, because we are focused on who it is we think we are and those limitations within that cybernetic mechanism. Now, the second way in which your current self-concept is holding you back is that if you do have your self-concept right now, and you see this a lot when people are trying to lose weight and get fit, and they've been doing such great work, it's been months, you start to see them lose weight, and they're getting so close to their goal. And then all of a sudden you start seeing them kind of come unhinged, and they're starting to backtrack, and they're gaining more weight, and they're really struggling. And why is that? We talked about it earlier. It's the self-sabotage. What is happening is because your set point is what it is in your current self-concept, you start to get outside that boundary, and it literally is going to pull you back. You're going to do this on an unconscious level because your unconscious is trying to keep you safe. You have a set of unconscious beliefs, essentially your inner constitution. And until you shift that, which is essentially the same as saying, until you change your self-concept, your self-identity, your inner constitution is going to rule your life. So if deep down you believe that you're overweight or that you're not attractive or whatever it is in that situation earlier, and you start to contradict it and conflict it, it is going to get away from the behavior that's causing that interference, that's causing that friction to that constitution. So no matter how hard you try, how big your willpower is, it doesn't matter, because by the time you're 35 years old, 95% of your life is going to be ruled by your subconscious. That means that your 5% is hard, it's charging, it is trying, it is passionate, and it's trying to overcome 95%. Your subconscious is in motion, and these things are happening, and it wants to stay in that set point. It wants to keep you protected. So until you change your self-concept is going to rule your life, no matter how hard you try, no matter how hard you fight, because you need to do that internal work. Change those self-concepts, change those self-images, and then that outside reflection, that ability for you to be someone different in the 3D world will be much more natural. The third way in which your current self-concept is holding you back is that literally your body will become addicted to that state of being. And what is a state of being? A state of being is how you think and how you feel. So if you're trying to make this change, and your brain's saying, okay, we're going to eat healthier, or okay, we're going to go out and, get that good job, or we're going to get that financial abundance. Well, your body is used to, on a consistent basis, feeling fearful, feeling anxious, feeling worried. So at a certain point, if you're, saying your affirmations, if you're listening to all the motivational things, and your body hasn't felt that anxiety, hasn't felt that fear. This is coming off of Dr. Joe Dispenza's work. Your body will, because it's your unconscious, it literally is like, wait a second, this isn't right. We need to be anxious. We need to feel fearful. It's going to look out into your external world and use those things to reaffirm that emotional addiction. So as you stay in that old self-concept, your body is going to literally, consistently, and in pattern release different chemicals so you stay rooted in what that identity, what that concept feels like. As you start feeling that way, and your body is now your mind, it's taking over because it's so subconsciously programmed, well, then you're going to start thinking the way you're feeling. Then you're going to feel more of how you think and think of the feel. If that is a worry, if that is a fear, that is an anxiety, it's going to start taking you away from where it is you're wanting to go. Again, how you think and how you feel is your state of being. If you want a new experience in life, you're going to have a new state of being, because whatever it is that you're experiencing in your life, whatever it is that you're wanting to change, you have a certain electromagnetic signature that you're sending out. That signature is sending back the information which you interpret as your life right now. Career, relationship, finances, whatever it is. You're sending out, you're doing something, your thoughts are the cause, your feelings are the cause, collectively sending them out, and you're going to see an effect. You're going to see a reflection. That mirror is coming back to you of who it is that you're being. Regardless of what you want, you're going to get who you're being. So if you know everything that's happening in your life right now, it's who you've been, how you think and how you feel. If you want to move into that new state of being, that new self-concept, you're going to have new thoughts and new feelings. And as long as your body continues to be the mind, and you continue to allow the addictions of the old self to come up and take hold of your mind, you'll continue to be in the old state, because it's going to make you feel a certain way, then it's going to cause you to have the old thoughts. And you're going to shift back into the old state of being. That old state of being, same self-concept sent out, going to give you the same reflection that you've seen time and time again. One way in that you can start to challenge your self-concept is through meditation. Why? Because the only way that you can create is from the present moment. Most people think from the past or in the future through the lens of the past. So they're not actually able to do anything about it. You have to be present. You have to calm the mind. You have to try to get into theta brainwave, which comes right before you're going to sleep and right as you wake up in the morning. Another way to access it is through meditation, slowing your breathing, slowing your brain down so that you can start asking yourself, who would you need to become? How would you think? What choices would that person make? That version of you living in the end, that state of being that is giving that reflection from the 3D world of abundance, of wholeness, of security, of love. What does that you look like? Using your frontal lobe, 40% of your brain, CEO, boss of your brain, to look out into the old networks and rearrange it, giving you new visions, which is going to give you new feelings, give you new experiences, new choices, and the end result will be new emotions. Those new emotions are going to cause new thoughts. Those new thoughts are going to result in new feelings, and a new thought and a new feeling sent out is going to give you a new state of being. That new state of being is going to give you a chance to have a new reflection in your life. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, hit that like button. If you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.